Man to man, what is one sentence a woman told you that is still stuck in your head until this day? No one will want to be with you and you will be alone, my mother. While referring to the size of dicks she prefers, she enthusiastically yelled in her thick southern accent, "Baby, I want it to hit all 8 sides and tickle my spine. You don't deserve to have a family. Nobody will ever love you." This was not long after I received a paternity test result that showed a 0 match to my 3-month-old daughter. I'd give anything to unhear that shit. Having some dizzy spells, went to the ER to get checked. The nurse came in to read my chart. She said, "Honey, you have a beautiful EKG." I was so proud. A1C wasn't beautiful though, raised eyebrow. Ew. If you know, you know. 1985. Senior kindergarten. We were using little Crayola scissors to make paper snowflakes. I unfolded my snowflake and it all fell apart. I couldn't understand what I did wrong. I showed the teacher, and she said, "Well, I wonder why." I also wondered why. I was 7 years old, but I wasn't stupid. I understood sarcasm when I heard it. Was absolutely furious. Still mad at her decades later. "You have too much baggage," said to me by then girlfriend after I opened up by her prompting in the aftermath of a dead mother and supporting my sister. I got dumped a week later. That one taught me a valuable lesson that took me a few more times to learn. Respectfully, "You look very handsome." Definitely wasn't try to hit on me as they were recently married, but damn did it feel good. After she admitted to cheating on me, I asked why. She responded with, "It is what it is." What the fuck kind of answer is that? I don't love you anymore. Was young, dumb, full of cum and clingy. She was older and told me she was only supposed to be the cherry on top of my sundae, not the whole sundae. Hurt at the time, but now that I am older I appreciate she had the balls to tell me this. It is something I live by now. I want to find someone that has your that is more attractive. That's why Dad named you Joe Dirt and not Nunamaker. If you loved me enough, I wouldn't have to sleep with other people. Hi, the first thing my wife said to me when she walked up the aisle. "I love that women so freaking much. I don't know if I want to be in this relationship anymore. If you don't like what I'm doing, please tell me. If you don't tell me, you'll end up despising me. I hate you, and I know that's what you wanted. I've made a mistake, you need to accept it. I still love you, I'm just not in love with you anymore." After reading some comments I realized that some people are really wild out there. Take care of yourself and your hearts, y'all. You don't know what a relationship feels like. This does not feel like a relationship. Only woman I've ever loved. I keep all compliments, how sparse they are in a vault. I'll be the best you'll ever get. My first and only girlfriend. Realized later how mentally and emotionally abusive she was. This was over 4 years ago and I've never had another girlfriend since. Won't lie, it definitely eats away at me that I wonder if she was right. First time I proposed to my wife. "I love you. But you are still languishing on your dissertation." That was the slap I needed to get my ass in gear and get to work. "You'll never be enough for anyone. You're too innocent." When she was mad she would say almost anything. I was like her ex. She regretted I ever touched her. She was disgusted by me, etc. I don't feel any hurt cause I know where it came from. But I remember all of it and more. "You were never home and I was lonely," said to me by my ex-fiancée after I caught her being railed by my then ex-best friend. "You'll make a great dad one day." My ex a few months before she dumped me. My wife spent the first 10 years of our relationship saying she never wanted children. She had massive U-turn on this and said she did. I supported her decision either way and now we have 2 kids. But when pregnant for our first, I asked her what she would have done. I did not want kids when she changed her mind. Her response: "I would have found someone that did." Unsurprisingly, the marriage ain't great. But we have great kids and are working on it. One of my exes from about 10 years ago told me I was gonna die old and alone. I told my senior year prom date that I loved her at the end of the night. She said that must be hard. When I held the door open to a mother and her daughter, she asked if I was single. And I said yes. She responded with, "I'm too handsome to be single." Made my year. Are we going to FCK or what? Never forget that night. XGF, I have love for you, I'm just not in love with you anymore. And my mother, you're a freeloader. You can't make me want to be with you, said by the woman I was married to during her affair. That sentence alone was the push I needed to end my codependency. It was just like one day a switch flipped and all of a sudden she didn't want to be around me anymore. It fucked me up pretty bad for a while. I tried desperately to win back her affection, but to no avail. Ultimately I learned that I wasn't the problem, her boyfriend was. If I didn't love myself, I could never truly love anyone else. Wiser words were never spoken. You aren't who I thought you were? I was only with you because you kinda looked like my crush. That's the day I started smoking. I've quit. I want you to experience more than me. Sucked like hell hearing it then, but I understand it now. Protect your heart, gents, but go out there, meet amazing people, and have fun. If you saw yourself the way I see you, you'd never be insecure about anything ever again. That got to me big time. I'm surprised someone so emotionally dead could care so much about our friendship. My sister said you were ugly, disgusting and deserved to be alone forever. Crushed my self-esteem. Me trying to fix things with my ex and she screams you're not that important, you can't come in and out of people's lives whenever you want. She's right about the second part, man shrugging. Women don't want to date a man willing to suck a dick. Didn't tell me directly, but overheard a former crush say about me. Yeah, he's rather ugly. That one pops up from time to time, lol. I love you. Fairly recent but probably won't forget it. I hope you fucking kill yourself. Also, lose weight. When will you be enough for yourself? You're starting to act more and more like your dad. I won't be your girlfriend unless you make $55,000. My dumbass stayed with her for months after that and now I don't feel as valued without making money. I like the way you hit your cigarette. Strangest pickup attempt a grown woman has ever said to me. Lol. I didn't break up with you before Christmas, because I wanted you to see what it was like to have one Christmas with a real family. I would really like to fuck you. Said sincerely by a drunk woman at a party, like 10 years ago. I've been seduced, but never to that level of openness. Think about it often. A woman I was seeing opened up to me and said my grandfather molested me from a young age and family members knew, nothing was done because he had money. You're not the guy I'm supposed to date now, you're the man I'm supposed to marry later. You like anyone that gives you attention? No shit. Just leave me alone. Just made me feel like shit. In tears, you don't care about me. It broke my heart because I actually love her to death, and I realized how much of a monster I can be. I don't think you're a bad person. Then just left. Do you get friend-zoned a lot? It was a mistake that we ever dated. I can't love you the way you want to be loved. Maybe you're not as interesting as you think you are. Obviously it wasn't meant as an especially nice comment, but it has definitely served as a strangely useful reminder throughout my life. 1. You're gross. 2. You have a beautiful face. I can never figure out why the hot ones liked me and why the ugly ones didn't. I'm happily taken now, and I'm so happy to be off the market. Do whatever you want. I want to find someone who looks like you. I was into this girl and she was showing no interest. We were at a party and I decided to call it quits and head to bed. Her friend walks into the room and told me just because she's not into you doesn't mean she wants to be alone. I've never felt so small and used before and it haunts me to this day. You don't satisfy me. I knew you needed help and was asking for it. But I just didn't want to help you. My heart sank hearing that. That I liked how her nipples were several sizes bigger than her boobs. I'm not that well endowed, and when a girl pulled down my pants she said, "What the hell am I supposed to do with that?" Almost 15 years later I think about it every time I have sex. It hurts, crying face. Fucking kill yourself already. She found me 3 months earlier after I had attempted suicide. It hurts but you are worth my tears. I fucking adore you. My wife said it hits way harder than I love you. Not sure why, but I love it. I was concerned my FWB wanted to be in a relationship with me, until I talked to her. She said, "Who's to say you're so special? To be honest, you're a bit vanilla. I don't make vanilla men my boyfriend." That was the day I learned I had a bit of an ego, because of how wounded it was. Women aren't vending machines that you put nice tokens into to receive sex. Fuck me proper, you cheeky foot. I don't miss you, I don't even think about you. I'm sorry, John. After confessing my love for my best friend. It ruined my life. I'm wearing a thong right now. Does that make you horny? 7th grade dance, 2007. Are you a porn star? My wife when we first started dating. I just want what's fair. After she hired a divorce lawyer to clean me out financially. No, thanks. Don't go. After I asked her why she only called like twice while she was in a different city for a month visiting friends of her, out of mind out of sight. If you were my type of guy I'd talk to you about it, so was I? Or wasn't?